Hey, hello, hi, welcome back to another video. Um, if you cannot tell by the background, I'm in a hotel room. I am currently doing some research for my master's program, which means I'm traveling a little bit, so you might see a lot more hotel rooms for the next few uploads, maybe multiple. I'm going kind of back and forth between home and travel, so things are pretty chaotic, but I'm hoping that I'll still be able to get a lot of work done and work down my stash. If you haven't seen my last video, go check it out. I think it's this corner, where I unpacked all my yarn and tried to organize it, and it was an absolute mess. That's for sure, but you should definitely go check it out. In today's video, I wanted to kind of go through kind of my week and how much I'm able to do, kind of like a vlog style thing. I brought two projects with me. One's pretty small and one is not so small. So that's probably gonna take me at least this week and next week. So it might be split up into two videos. So for the first project that I'm working on, I've actually already started it on the car ride over. I had about 2 hours to get started, and this is the project progress that I've made. It's a big circle. I am working with a yarn that I actually thrifted. It was originally like an Afghan, and then I ripped it out and repurposed it. So I have, I think, 4 huge skeins of this. I think it's number 2 weight yarn. It's very thin for sure. I don't know if you guys can really see that. Yeah, it's pretty thin. I'm using a 3.5 millimeter hook, and I'm making a dress. This is a pattern from Mermaid Cat Crochets. I don't remember the specific dress pattern, but it's kind of like a halter top, and it's worked from the bottom down, which I think is great because like this is the boring part, right? You're just going round and around and around, increasing, decreasing, or just like it's so boring. And there's so many, like this is 300 stitches around. So like most dress patterns that I've made, they go from the top down. So all the interesting, every other row is different stuff is right in the beginning. Whenever you're really excited for the project, where right now I'm really excited for the project because I'm just starting, so I might as well be doing the boring part. That way I'm not losing steam halfway through and then like struggling to get like length on the skirt so that I can like actually sit down or like feel comfortable walking around in it. So yeah, I'm super excited. Obviously I don't have that much progress and I'm using a very fine yarn and a small hook. So this is gonna take me quite a while. I only brought one skein with me, so I'm hoping that this week I can just plow through this one skein and then next week I can bring another skein with me or do one over the weekend or something, so that we can get through this yarn because I have just so much and I'm really hoping one I have enough or two it uses like the perfect amount so that like I don't have a bunch of this left over because I don't know what I would do with it after this. I've kind of been like saving it for this dress. So yeah, my next project is actually going to be a plastic bag kind of holder. I have cats and so I use a lot of those like grocery bags as kind of like to put their litter in. They're really handy and it actually like has a use for them now. And so I found this kind of lily sugar and cream yarn, very popular. I'm sure you've heard of it. This cotton yarn, and I figured it would be great. This colorway is very retro, very I don't know, kitchen vibes to me. So I figured that this would be a great way to use it. And then if I have any extra yarn, I can make like dishcloths or something. I'll have to look up the pattern name and designer. I don't remember what it is. It's just like a free pattern I found online, or you could like pay a few dollars for the PDF pattern on Etsy. Anyway, I found this at a Goodwill as well, although this was in kind of like a cotton bundle. But this seems to not have been used. It's pretty sturdy in there. So yeah, I'm hoping this works out really great. It has all kinds of yellows and greens and red and blue kind of twirled in there together. So I'm hoping the design has a bit of like a pattern to it. Yeah, I'm hoping the colors don't wash it out too much and so like you can't see the texture of it. So this is another kind of quick project that I want to do this week, in case my hands are bored or hurt from using such thin yarn, because I'm not used to using a small hook. So I did bring a bigger hook for this one. So yeah, let's get crocheting, I guess. Also, how cool is it that this hotel has a recliner? I've never seen a hotel have a recliner before. Always like some kind of like fancy chair maybe, but never like a recliner. Okay, it's later. I'm tired, but I figured I should give you guys an update. Right after that, last time I talked to you guys, I had to go out for dinner and we had some pizza, which was actually really good. And then I came back and I started working on this project. And I think I made pretty good progress. This little stitch marker is where I started, and this is where it ended, but also remember it's huge. It's like, I don't know how to, do you understand? It's huge. 3 rows is pretty good. It's not like anything spectacular, but it is starting to like get to a pretty good band, I'd say. Obviously this is like the base of the skirt, as I said before, and then this is our yarn cake. Not too much different than it was before, but we're also working from the outside in, so but as we get into it, it'll be a more drastic change. So I think for day 1, that's pretty good. Good morning. Well, afternoon. It is currently 4 o'clock, and I'm back from in the field a lot earlier than normal. Typically we get back maybe around 6 o'clock, so I have an extra 2 hours to work on my crochet project, which is great. I don't know if you can hear, but it is raining outside, so we unfortunately just couldn't work anymore, not out in the rain. So we came back a little bit early, so I have about 2.5 hours before we have to go and get dinner, and then after that I'm totally free. So we got a good amount of progress done last night, and I was able to do a little bit this morning before we had to go. Not very much. Like, here's the beginning of the round and this is all I got done. So not too much, but progress is progress. This dress pattern is from Mermaid Cat Designs. I've made a few of her things before. She's a really amazing designer. This is the Wild Rose dress. However, I've also made her Dimensions dress before, and all of her patterns are very size inclusive. I think there's like 8 different sizes, but then there's also instructions for if it's not quite fitting right and how to get it to fit correctly. She has one version that's like all pictures and very, very detailed, and then one that's more PDF printer friendly. Last time I made it, it was very much like oh, whatever fits around here, this is how you can work it. So that was really helpful, especially kind of being between sizes where I'm not quite small, but a medium, sometimes a little too big. So that's very, very useful. Both of these patterns will be listed in the description below with a link in case you want to check them out or check out their website or blog or whatever. So yeah, you should definitely go check them out if you're interested in making these yourself. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep working on this. Yeah. I messed up. And I don't know what to do about it. So I'm getting to the spot where I have to like decrease for the skirt. And I realized in my last 2 rows, there's no decrease. I'm supposed to decrease every single row. So, and I just checked and all the rest of them look good. I didn't forget anywhere else. And I have these stitch markers to remind me to decrease, and I just moved it and I did not decrease apparently the last 2 rows. Why you don't crochet whenever you're tired. So that means I need 3 decreases for the row I'm on and the 2 that I missed. But the thing is this is huge, so I don't really want to rip it back, but I'm afraid that if I decrease too much, it's gonna get like warped. I'm gonna try and decrease twice here and see how it looks, and then the next row I'll try to decrease another 2 times. This row I'm making up for 1 decrease that I missed, and then the next row I'm making up for the other decrease that I missed. And then I should be back on track, but I just don't want it to look messed up or like be very noticeable, basically. Anyway, I'm just doing a few extra stitches just so that it will kind of like even itself out. Okay. So it doesn't look terrible. Here's my 2 decreases and 2 that I missed. I don't think it looks too bad. It definitely ruins the line, which I think I'm okay with. Yeah. No, I think this is gonna be okay. I just have to remember on the green stitch marker to decrease twice next round. I should do that fast so that I don't forget. Okay, I'm back. This afternoon, I didn't end up doing as much as I wanted to. I ended up scrolling on my phone, which I regret. So I didn't make as much progress as I wanted to, plus also the whole situation with the decreases that I missed wasn't great. I'm now gonna get started on the rest of the dress. I would like to make more progress than yesterday. We only did 4 rounds yesterday, and I'm on the 3rd currently, so I think I can make it to 5. It's definitely starting to get smaller, so that means the rows will be going much faster, which will be nice. So I think we're in pretty good shape. Yeah, I would like to get 5 rows done today. So 2 more to go. We'll see if we make any more. I've got about an hour and a half before it's bedtime, so. It's bedtime, but first I figured I should check in. I've done 15 rows in total, so this is what we're looking like. I think it's pretty good. You can definitely start to see kind of the skirt and what it'll look like. This is our progress so far. This is kind of where the start of my rows are. This stitch marker is where we were in the beginning of yesterday, and then this is where we were beginning of today. So we did 3 rows yesterday and 5 rows today, so that's really good. They are getting shorter though because I am decreasing, so they are going faster, slowly faster, but faster, which is nice. This is my cake usage, getting much smaller than it was before. I think we might be able to finish it before we get back. I don't know. It's gonna be close, especially if I decide to make the plastic bag organizer. And it's time for me to go to bed because I'm tired and I have to get up early tomorrow for more work. So I'll see you tomorrow. Hello. It is late. I have not worked on my project at all today, which is okay because I was busy. We had a pretty late day today, so I'm getting a late start. Although I think I'm gonna take a little bit of a break on this and work on my plastic bag organizer today. I would like to get this done tonight. I'm hoping it's gonna be a quick project, maybe like an hour, so I can get it done and go to bed. But I'm not sleeping until this is done. It is an hour later and I am this far, which is fine. Although I was expecting this whole thing to take me an hour, which it is very much not. I have maybe a third of it done. I also realized whenever I started the pattern that it required 175 yards of standard worsted weight cotton. This skein is 150, and you can't really see it, but this whole inside is pretty hollow. Can you see that? Yeah. I actually don't know how long I'll be able to make this. There's kind of like this pattern repeat with like these little ridges and then these like bobble stitches. I think it's cute. I am glad that you're able to really see the design even though it's a like multicolor yarn. I was worried that you wouldn't be able to see the texture with everything happening within the yarn itself, so that I'm really excited about. So yeah, I think it's looking good. I don't think I'll have enough yarn to make it as long as the pattern says, but that is fine, I think. And these bobble stitches are actually really difficult. There's 9 loops on my hook at once to get these like this pretty thick bobble stitches, and with the cotton yarn I can definitely feel it. And my wrist doesn't hurt, but it can feel that it's like it's tough. It's I think if I work too much more, my wrist will start to hurt, and it's also pretty late and I'm tired and I want to go to bed because I thought this was not gonna take me as long as it is. This is my last night in the hotel, so maybe I'll get some work done in the car on the way back home.
Okay. Oh, this is the best one. I love this start. Jackson. Why has everybody got the same? I don't want to have all J names. Blake Boston. That's kind of good. I guess maybe I can just add somebody. All of a sudden, we're going to have 8 Sims in our household. Do you understand what you're asking me to do? Hello, but you're cute. Too bad you have to be dead. Maybe you could be dead by a house just for one Nicole, and then they get corrected. It's not like an issue, you know? So that's okay. Especially because we're going to be working on the inside soon, and then it'll make more sense. Okay. I kind of like the idea of that. Or yeah, you could try and have them do yoga, because if you have spa day, they can't do yoga if they're pregnant, so it'll say no to that too. Oh, I like the pink.
Good evening. Here's where I'm at. This little stitch marker is where we started today. So this is all of our progress. Also this morning I was crocheting in the car and was cruising along, and I did my 1 row, and then we had to get out and like actually do work. And then whenever I came back in the car this afternoon, I realized I had done all half double crochets instead of double crochets because the bag holder thing was made of double crochets. So my hands just automatically were doing double crochets, so I had to rip it all out. So technically I've crocheted 7 rounds, but 6 rounds of actual correct progress. So yeah, and you can really see the skirt is starting to taper in. At first I wasn't sure if I was gonna like the fact that all the decreases were lining up and making these lines, but I think if it was just like, if I scattered them around to make it look more even, it'd just be boring. So I kind of think it adds some nice textures, something like interesting to look at in the skirt. So I'm actually glad that I followed the pattern and just went with the lines because I think it's gonna look fine. Anyway, this is our ball progress. Almost done with this skein. Very, very happy. Probably gonna get this done tomorrow. Even though like my work week is done, the week isn't done. So I'm feeling pretty good. This will be done tomorrow, but it is late, so it's bedtime. Good morning. Good afternoon. It is like almost 3 o'clock. I have not crocheted at all today. I've been cleaning and doing dishes and stuff just because I haven't been home for a little bit. So let's get the progress on the skirt. I'm hoping maybe this will definitely be running out today. And then I'm hoping to get a good amount on the skirt to where like it'll like be enough to like cover something maybe today. Not like stay on there, but maybe cover some stuff. been a few days. I got busy and I was able to finish my first skein on this dress. This is my little tail, so I can tie on the next one. I have, I think, 4 more, maybe 5, to finish this. So, but since then I have not touched it. So it has just been sitting right here. I also was able to finish the little towel holder, and I had a little bit left. I don't know if I showed you. I already put it away in my scrap cotton bag, so this just needs its 2 ends woven in. We should finish this up today. I have been crocheting the last, I think, 2 days, but not on any of the projects you've seen. I actually started a brand new project, and it's this little top. It's like the Colosseum top. I don't know if you've ever heard of this pattern. It's essentially like double and triple crochets with like some mesh kind of worked in there. It's really cute. It fits really great. I just wanted to see if this was going to be like a good make for, I don't know, future projects. I have a ton of like half-used like acrylic skeins, and so I've been wanting to work them up, and so this was like a huge great stash buster. So I'm probably gonna make something similar with like warm colors and just make another one of this. And then also I want to make mesh sleeve thing that's like striped, similar to this, but instead of like a huge body, it'll be like big long sleeves to use up the rest of these colors. But this will be for another day because I have to end this video here. So if you guys liked it, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That way you don't miss my next one. Yeah, I'll catch you all later. Bye, guys.